Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all the geeks out there and all the Geekdom, and welcome to another... I knew I'd forget it again. I just knew it. I freaking knew it. I'll get it. Our little Geekdom! See, I told you I'd get it. I told you. Yes, this is episode number 35? Four. Jeez, I even went one over. So yes, this is episode number 34, and we have the one, the only. We've only met her a couple of weeks ago. Teeny, I think is how we're going to pronounce it.
Teenyrose.
Teenyrose.
Yes, Teeny.
Right, Teenyrose. She is a content creator as well on Twitch. Do you go to any other platforms, or is it just Twitch?
I mean, I have like the usual Instagram, Twitter, and all that, but do I use it? Probably not well enough. No. It's just Twitch, really.
No one really uses Twitter, though, to be honest.
No.
I mean, most of our friends are like, yeah, no, I'm on Twitter, but I mean, who really uses Twitter these days? That's what they say every single time. But anyway, yeah, Teeny, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do on Twitch.
I mean, in a nutshell, can I just make an arse of myself? That's about it.
In a nutshell, you
that's
just make an arse of yourself.
Pretty much. Because I can't really play video games. I don't know why I try, but I do.
It's fun.
You're not that bad. I watched you recently. You're not too bad.
Oh, I don't know about that. You never saw me do silo runs in 76. That was something else. I was like almost an hour just to set off a bomb. It was awful. But no, I do it because I love it and it's fun. And
exactly.
Yeah, I hope it's entertaining. Hopefully. My pain seems entertaining.
Sorry?
Well, no, that's true. That is true. That is the best way to say it. I don't need any other excuse.
Yeah. Did you say you do painting?
No. I said people enjoy my pain.
Oh, your pain. You see
yeah.
painting. You can kind of get where I connected the dots. I went way off. So Orion is now no longer looking like Orion. He's looking like a decapitated archer more than anything else. It's me and my bad humor. I'm sorry. I've got dad humor actually, and I'm not even a dad.
Oh, it's all good. So does half my chat. I'm used to it. It's fine.
Unless you call owning cats a dad thing, in which case I suppose I might be.
You're a fluff daddy.
Because I like the fluff.
Oh, who doesn't?
Yeah, exactly. It's not dogs, it's cats. That's how people are. Anyway, so.
Oh yes.
Tell us a little bit about the games you play. Kez was telling me that you play Animal Crossing and other games like that.
Yeah.
I don't know Animal Crossing at all, so you'd have to guide me through this one.
I play just whatever I feel like at the time, to be honest. When I first started streaming, I played solely Fallout 76 because it was the only game I had. So I couldn't afford any other games. Okay. So I played that for like 6 months straight. And I got sick of that, and eventually could afford some games. And then I play things like Animal Crossing, mariokart. Right now it's Borderlands. So occasionally things like Dead by Daylight and Back 4 Blood, whatever I just feel like, and whatever kind of things my friends are playing as well, because we like to play games together and rip the piss out of one another, because that's the fun part.
It is.
And anything where they can carry me is ideal. So this is why Borderlands is so good, because I get carried the entire game. I get lost. I get put down. It's fucking great.
That sounds like Kez. She's about the same. She always.
We have this in common.
Exactly. If she plays Borderlands, I have to be there because if I'm not, she's always like, "Come play, please. I can't get past this one part." So I always jump in and help her. And,
I suck at the driving as well. So
she really sucks at the driving.
Oh,
wow. Holy crap.
I feel you because I can't do it, and if I ever get left to have to drive the car, it's instant death. We're gonna die. We're gonna come off the side. Or there was one time I got stuck under a bridge. Oh, it's fucking awful. But they do it on purpose. They leave me to do the driving on purpose.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, well, you're just still gonna die, so it's fine. It's your own fault.
That sounds about right. Because now with our other friend, we were playing. It was myself, Toast, you, and Zulu, wasn't it? We were all playing together. Zulu thought, no, I'm going to drive. And he's never played this game before in his life.
That was a bad idea.
So myself and Toast were in the one car, and Kez and Zulu in the other. Now you've got two bad drivers in one van, and two moderate drivers in the other.
Oh no, it wasn't.
It was chicken.
It was chicken.
It was chicken. It was chicken. You're right. And Toast only came later. That's right. Toast only came later. But we were busy driving, and I'm relatively moderate at driving, in this game at least. And so is chicken. You know, so the two of us know what we're doing, and I let him drive. He lets me drive, and we carry on. And we just hear, no, what are you doing? This car doesn't work. No, man, this is broken. And you just turn around, and I turn around, and all I can see was the car going around in circles.
No, but not just that. I was like in the car and I was shooting, and we were trying to get up a hill somewhere, and he got us stuck in such a point that we had to actually punch the car to get it out.
Oh god.
It just got like stuck between the side of the cliff and little pointy rocks sticking up from the ground. It was so funny just to see everyone try and punch the car to get it out because we were proper stuck.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was.
It's either that or when you've got the ramps and they're trying to go over the ramp, they don't pick up enough speed and they just smack right into the rock in front, and that's just always excellent.
That's why you gotta put your booster on just before you get onto the wall, just as you're going towards the ramp. Put your booster on and you fly.
I know, but that requires timing and skill. Neither I have, so that doesn't really work for me.
Although, to be honest, those turbos don't activate fast enough. I've found that.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, if I don't get in the car quick enough, Copper ends up driving round and pushing me with the front of the car, and I get there eventually. So
that was like
teamwork.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Our friend, when Chicken decided to go because he needed to go and get some rest, and then Toast joined us, we had it was Zulu, Kez, myself, and Toast. And Toast got smart, and we pushed Zulu all the way to the one side of the map. He went for a break because he needed to go to the bathroom, so he buggered off to the bathroom. Toast and I were busy pushing him to the other side of the map. He comes back and he's like, "Guys, where am I?" He does not know this game.
That's what it's for, though. It's such a good game to play with your friends. It's such a laugh, and then just fucking about with them.
Yeah.
My friend Fudge has a tendency to shoot barrels, you know, like the electricity barrels or the ice barrels. He waits until you're there. He'll purposely stand behind you and you don't notice, and he'll wait till you're right beside it and fucking shoot it and electrocute you and die. So he's an asshat. So, but it's a good game though. Other than that,
that's me when my teammates piss me off. I shot a couple of barrels.
I don't even have to piss them off.
I know, I do it to piss them off when they piss me off. So it's like revenge.
I do nothing and just get attacked. I'm saying I do nothing. I probably annoy him, but still. I like to think I do nothing.
We all think we do nothing until we realise we're actually the instigators.
Oh yeah.
Innocent until proven guilty.
That's true. I know I'm a big instigator. I like to annoy, especially Fudge, actually. I like to especially annoy Fudge. And just irritate the life out of him. But again, he does it back. And worse.
Mm-hmm. Or in Among Us's case, like we were playing the other night, and I really don't like that game. But I was like, okay, I'll play it because my friends are playing GTA with me, so it's only fair that I play Among Us with them. I can't stand the game, but I'll play it with them because, you know, they're friends and I like them, so it's only fair. So we jump into it, and everyone, the first thing we did was we blamed Toast. Because what Kiz and I say is, when in doubt, blame Toast. And he hates it when we do that. so he's on this warpath with us. He was on this warpath with us because we kept saying it's him. And we were right most of the time, you know? Because, you know, you can just tell when it's him.
I get you. It's the same with Fudge. Fudge talks a lot when we're playing Among Us, and if he's guilty, he seems to just talk all the fucking time. And we go, "We know it's you, Fudge." But I like to just vote him off anyway to gain to anger him. We played recently with the new update where you can, if you're the killer, you can like duplicate yourself or duplicate. What's it called again? Yes.
Yeah.
So I like to go with Fudge and kill everybody, so Fudge gets blamed. But the last time I did that, I ended up running past Fudge, right in front of him, and shot myself and had to try and hide before I transformed back into myself.
That happened to me where Chicken was AFK or he was busy buying something, so he wasn't really playing, and he's like, "Killer, just kill me on the map, it's fine, whatever." And I was like, "No, I'm not gonna kill him, I'm just gonna beat him." So I shapeshifted into him and I started doing all his tasks and stuff, and then I ran past him. And as I ran past him, he's like, "Wait, what?" And then he followed me and I shapeshifted. He's like, "Oh, it's Kiz, it's Kiz!" So
I love the confusion. that it just brings. It just brings an absolute new level of chaos and arguments, which is the best part.
Yeah, this is like the cause hatred amongst friends kind of game.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm surprised we've never actually fallen out with one another.
I suppose the strength of the friendship means if you have a strong enough friendship, it won't matter, because that's how we work with each other as friends. Because no matter what they do to you, you will always be friends.
Oh yeah, I think we're quite lucky that way.
Yeah, I say that's sort of like kids.
Or lucky that they're not in the room, because I think I would probably punch a few of them if they were in the room. Yeah. Yep, I definitely would. If they were with me, they'd be getting a hard slap. But they're lucky there's somebody else.
Yeah, no, it's with me and Kez, people are like, they wonder how the two of us can actually stand each other, because we've been, stuck in this lockdown for nearly 2 years now. We're like always at home, so we're always together. We actually have spent probably about 40 minutes apart at any given time, because most of the time it's the only time we actually spend apart is when we go to the shops and stuff like that. And when I go to the shop by myself, then Kez stays at home, and that's the only time we're ever at home. And people are like, "Oh, aren't you guys sick of each other?" It's like, no, why would we be? We've got our own things to do. But also, if you're in a strong enough relationship, you can weather any storm. And this is just one of those storms.
Are you playing with the sugar ships?
I know that is the thing, isn't it? You can get by as long as you've got that relationship, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole thing.
I don't know how Smudge puts up with me. I was wondering what you were doing.
And I've got a laser pointer.
The cat.
And I'm trying to coax her to go over to Kez's desk. She's not interested in moving. She's more interested in staring at it move. There you go. You got one of them.
It's a good way to get them away from you. Yeah, look at this dot.
But the only problem is if they hear this, then they come running.
Literally, he was just jiggling, and then I said, "Are you playing with us?" Because you could just see their faces, like the attention. Like, I know the red dot is out now.
She dropped her cell phone. If you were wondering what that big crash was.
Ah, right.
Yeah. So no, it's a very interesting. I don't like the concept of the games just because the games annoy me more than anything else. I like Unfortunate Spaceman, which has got the same idea behind it, but I'm not a huge fan of the Among Us game. It doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah,
it's a meh game. I mean, I play it because I have to, but otherwise I don't do it in my spare time. The games I play in my spare time are like Hitman and murder fun time games.
The nice thing about Unfortunate Spaceman though is that you get to kill the imposter. So you actually get a chance to revenge yourself, basically, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We attempted to play it once, and it was a bit too confusing at the time.
You know what?
It may be a bit better now, right now.
It is. It was confusing when we played it the first time as well. We had no idea what we were doing. But then we played it a second time, and we actually got the hang of it. And it turned out to be quite fun. And then the funny part was one of our friends, Zulu, his mic wasn't working, and Toast was saying, if you're the imposter shoot or something like that, and he just kept shooting at us, and we're like, okay, you must be the bad guy, so we shot him, and it turned out he was actually an innocent guy.
Oh no.
He came around the corner. We came around the corner, and he was just shooting. So it was like, okay, well, why are you shooting, baby?
Guilty, surely, of course.
Yeah, but he hit me a couple of times. So I was like, well, no, I'm not going to take that. So I shot him. I'm not going to take getting shot in the ass. No, it's not me.
Of course not.
I'm not that kind of person.
But you've only been doing content and streaming and stuff since May, from what I saw. I know this is a silly question to ask, but we do need to ask. Were you playing games and stuff before? What made you decide to start doing the streaming and content creation thing?
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing video games since I was a wee lass. Again, not that I was very good at them, but played them anyway. And I had an Xbox and all that before this, and a Nintendo, different Nintendo ones. And it wasn't until the start of lockdown last year, my partner got a PC. And I was like, hovering over his shoulder going, ooh, I want a PC. So I got a PC as well. And then he, at the time, was working back shift. So he wouldn't be home till like midnight, and I was bored and lonely. I was so lonely. So I thought, why not try streaming? I thought, why not? I have one game. Let's just give it a go, see how it goes, and see if I can make friends, because it was more for me at the time, because I was lonely and I just wanted people to talk to, especially at night. If he wasn't here, I wanted people to, have a chat with and have a laugh with, and I was very lucky that I did. Especially through Fallout 76, I made so many lovely friends that I'm still very close to today. I mean, some of the closest friends are from that game. Like my mod, actually both my mods are from people I met from that game, and they're my good friends, and I still play. Like they're the ones I play Borderlands with, Ditch and Copper. Okay. So I did it just mostly for that, and then it just kind of kept going and going and going, and then I just couldn't stop. So I know that things are getting back to semi-normal, and obviously I went back to work and stuff as well.
Yeah.
I kept it going because I was enjoying it, and I was enjoying the social side of it more than anything else. It was just nice having lots of different people from totally different backgrounds and ways of life, and I just really enjoyed that. So I think it was more about the social thing than it was about the gaming for me, because I'm trash. So I do wonder why people watch me half the time. But to me, it is more for the social side of it.
That's because you're going to hear some South Africanisms, and I do apologize if you do, because
that's all good.
I mean, some of my colleagues get very confused when I speak proper South African. But when you cuck at a game, which means when you're so terrible you're shit at a game. When you're cuck at a game, it doesn't necessarily mean that you must stop playing it. I mean, I've always been one of those people that I don't care if you cock at the game, just like keep playing. You'll eventually get better. It just takes time.
I mean, getting slightly better. I can now do a silo run in half an hour as opposed to an hour. It took almost 2 years to get to this point.
Yeah,
but
we tried the 76.
Yeah, I'm not too fussed on being a good player.
Well, you don't have to be.
Because I don't feel that's what it's about.
No, it's not. It's about having fun. The thing is, we tried Fallout 76. We downloaded it because we have Microsoft Game Pass. So we tried the whole Fallout 76 thing. Downloaded the game. The bloody game wouldn't start.
Oh no! Oh.
So we were like, well,
I'm not gonna lie. Probably a good thing. The game is shite, but it's.
Heard so.
It's once you've done it, once you've done all the story bit, it's kind of shite. But the one thing that keeps taking me back to it is all the people who are on it.
Yeah.
Because they're just full of laugh, and they're just full of fun. No, so that's the only reason I go back to it now and then. It's just for the people who play it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes any game fun.
Exactly. I mean, the MMOs that Kez and I normally play, the big one that we used to play, which we probably should get back into at some point, is Guild Wars. We've been big Guild Wars fans. We played Guild Wars. I mean, even before we started streaming, we were Guild Wars fans. Kez's dad actually got her into playing Guild Wars, and
amazing.
And well, my brother got me into playing Guild Wars, but I played Guild Wars 1. And Kez's dad showed her Guild Wars 1, but she was never interested in it. And then Guild Wars 2 came out. She saw me playing Guild Wars 2, and then her dad was like, well, why don't you play it? And then we got her a copy. I think I got it for your birthday, didn't I?
I don't remember.
I got you a copy at some point. But she saw me playing it. She's like, I want it. So got her a copy.
It's pretty. It's got pets. You can be a leafy person. You can be whatever kind of person you want. The graphics are pretty, and it's fun.
Well, I mean,
I think I might need to this.
You get to have like little miniatures run around with you. It's so cute.
That's one of them. So Funko Pop actually had a whole thing that they were doing, the whole promotion that they were doing, where they give you Funko Pop characters, and you actually get that pet in the game. So that is actually one of the pets, that exact pet, and the one that Kez has got over there.
That's cute.
And they're both they actually follow you around as well. And they've got their own little mannerisms as well when you're running. So mine goes ha when he runs, but he runs with his head back and his mouth wide open as he runs. And then Kez's one I think flies.
So. Yeah, mine flies behind me, but it's hard to fly when your head is that big.
I can imagine.
So,
getting weighed down.
Yeah. So there's that. I mean, it is quite a fun game. And I mean, I've loved Guild Wars since Guild Wars 1, so I've had no problem with it. And the reason why I liked it is because there's no monthly subscriptions. Which when Guild Wars 1 first started, it was competing with World of Warcraft, And what drew me in was I'm not going to pay a monthly subscription for a game that I actually barely like. So I was like, I'm not paying for World of Warcraft. I'll just go for Guild Wars. And then I started on that. My brother told me about Guild Wars 2 coming out, and I was like, I've got to get it. He got it for me for my birthday. And then I got a copy for Kez when she saw the game, and we both started playing. It's an awesome game. So yeah.
Oh, amazing.
But the people on there are quite nice as well.
Yeah.
We made quite a few friends on there. So we don't speak to many of them anymore. The friendships kind of like dwindled away. But there are a few that we still talk to on a relatively regular basis.
Semi-regular, yeah. Like our
See, this is what I like about it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole thing about these games, though, isn't it? You know, games actually bring people together, which is quite awesome. You know, it's I mean, you know, you always get shitlords, but you know, we've got friends who are shitlords, and they're fun to actually have antagonize people on stream and stuff like that. So
that's true. You have your fun shitlords and then your bad ones. Yep.
Yeah, you've always got those ones that you don't want. You know they'll come up, and you that's why you keep your Discords private and all that. Angel, your camera has gone extremely blurry, like super blurry.
It's fine on the video, so it's fine.
Okay. It went super blurry on my side. Maybe it's just my camera.
I think it's yours, because yours is a bit laggy and stuff.
Fucking BT, I swear. You know, we switch over to BT and they say, oh, we'll give you a much better connection at a much better price. No. Well, I mean, the connection's good. No. If you're connected to, if you're hardwired to the router. But
well, yeah, I'm hardwired and he's Wi-Fi.
Oh God!
Makes my life
fun.
We're in the same house, and you can see the difference.
I know.
Yeah. Scary, isn't it?
Okay. Internet in Scotland's shite, but.
Well, you know, we've actually got decent fibre here, and apparently they're bringing up a new fibre line here as well. I'm not joking when I say this. I don't know who it is. I think it may be Open Server. What are they called? Open something or other. But they've just been laying new fiber cables. Nearly 1 terabyte. How the hell?
Wow, Jesus!
I don't know how the hell they managed it, but they said that we can get speeds up to 1 terabyte. It's like, sorry, it was 900 megabytes or just under a terabyte. I don't know how the hell they managed that. Not, sorry, 1 gigabyte.
Oh, I mean,
1 gigabyte. No, 1 terabyte.
I think they're totally lying, because Virgin did the same round here. They laid all this nice new fibre, and you had your individual box for your house, and we got it all, and it worked great for the first year.
Yeah.
And then after that,
all the speed just drops.
Nah.
Yeah, because you get throttled because everyone else is jumping onto it as well.
Yeah. So you know they'll say that, and then you're lucky if we got half of that.
Exactly. No, but we've got the thing is we've got a decent. I mean, look, BT aren't that bad. They actually gave us a decent 35 meg line, so you know we're running at a decent speed. I'd prefer to be on 100 meg, but it doesn't matter that much. I don't think this line runs that fast here anyway.
I mean, as long as it gets you online.
This internet is better than the internet in South Africa, so.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah, and I remember just before we left, to give you an idea, we had we had an internet service provider in our area, but we didn't have fiber because fiber hadn't come through our area yet. And I was like, and it was a highly populated area as well, so you'd expect them to bring fiber in, but they didn't. So I was like, yeah, no, watch. As we move to Scotland, watch, they're going to bring fiber. It's true as nuts. We land here, my mom said, oh, they're bringing fiber.
Of course.
It wasn't immediately after, but it was like a few months.
A few months afterwards, they got fiber. They have fiber lines in the area, and now they have fiber. It was like, you know, of course. Why wouldn't it happen like that? You know, Murphy's Law.
Oh yeah, 100%. You do think sometimes, well, maybe this is why I left.
Well, that's and we got some decent jobs here, so we got some really nice jobs here.
Oh, good.
So it's given us a nice comfortable lifestyle. We're happy.
Oh, good.
So yeah, with gaming, are you planning on continuing with your streaming now that you've gone back to work now as well?
I mean, because I've been back to work since. I mean, I started streaming May 2020, and I was back to work by July.
Oh, okay.
I was in a different job right enough at the time.
Yeah.
And Yeah, no, I just keep continuing because I mean I'm quite lucky with my job that I have now. Is that I don't work that late, you know, so I'm home way before I would start streaming. I only work Monday to Friday, so I'm quite lucky in that sense.
Yeah.
So I have like the right times to fit in with my streams. Definitely want to continue it. So it's just some nights you just can't be bothered though. That's the only thing when you get home from work and you're like, oh, that's the last thing I want to do. But as soon as you're on stream, you're like, I'm so glad I did this. Like it cheered you right up.
Yeah,
made
exactly.
you feel good. But no, I'll keep going until I either. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't have a future plan, to be honest.
Until you
I haven't planned that far. Yeah, I haven't really thought about like where it's going, or I've never thought to myself when will I stop, because I actually don't know. I really don't.
I think that's the advantage that Kiz and I have as well, is that we've got 9 to 5 Monday to Friday jobs, so we can focus on the weekends and actually getting our videos out and things like that. So it's actually a lot easier for us to actually do it now than it was before. Excuse me.
Oh yeah, it's such a benefit as well, like having that weekend bit of freedom. Even if you're not streaming that day, it's just nice to have that time to yourself and either just gaming or going out for the day. Because it must be rough being on shifts like that. Like I couldn't do it.
Oh, when we started here, I think Kiz and I were temping for a while when we started working here in Scotland, and at one point we had 7 days a week. We were working 7 days a week, Monday to Sunday.
But it was
only for 4 hours.
Then
he leaves that part out.
Yeah, but what I didn't like was waking up at 5:30, 6:30 every morning, go to work, and you don't get a chance to sleep in ever. You've got to wake up early every morning, and you've got to just do it. And it was a nightmare after a while. And when we got offered these jobs, I was like, I'll take it. I don't care how. I'll take it.
Monday to Friday.
So.
Oh, that is ideal.
And the pay was better anyway. So.
That's good.
But yeah.
But do you have any other games that you plan on playing in general, or anything that's caught your fancy recently with all the amount of games that are coming out and have been coming out?
Oh yeah, I mean there's loads. It's just trying to squeeze in the time to do them, because in the moment I don't think I have a kind of schedule, but I have kind of set days where I play kind of roughly set games. So it's try to wait for one of them to end before I move on to something else. But I would like to go do Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'd really like to play that. My partner played it and I watched him and I just loved it. So I'd love to do that. Because then I get to murder people as well, so absolutely. And I would... oh, exactly. It just looks great and kind of gory, but and plus it's Vikings, like, wow, just Vikings. And then that and playing like the actual Red Dead story, because I've only played the online. And then
the stories
I'll probably go back. Yeah, I'd like to go back and play Fallout 4 and maybe Fallout 3, go back a wee bit. And then I'm waiting for Zelda.
With Fallout 4, but it depends if you've played 1 through 3. If you haven't, then you should be fine. I've played 4 before. Yeah,
I've done 4 before.
Okay, so you should be fine though, then because you haven't played the others before, so there's nothing that would actually disappoint you all that much from 1 through 3. That's why it was for me as well. When people were like, "Oh, Fallout 4 sucks," I'm like, I don't know, I like it. And you get the idea of where the market is. It was my
first game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get the idea of where it is. These guys played the game before, so they played 1, 2, and 3. They know what the game is like. They've also played New Vegas and all of that, and they know what to expect from the story. So they and from the gameplay and all that, they're like, oh yeah, this is excellent, this is brilliant. And then they played 4, and they were like, no, this is not what I wanted. Which makes sense because they've been playing these games forever, and they know what it's all about. But when you jump in as a new player into Fallout 4, which one of the content creators that I watch actually put a very good point down. He said that the reason why the game or why he doesn't like the game is because it looks like it was designed for newcomers. You know, for people who've never played the game before. They really enjoyed the game, but he didn't. Because
that makes sense.
Yeah. You know, and
now that you've said that, it does actually make sense.
Yeah. And I get where he comes from, because I'm exactly the same. I understand. I was new to the game, so for me, I enjoyed 4, but you know, and I played a bit of 3 as well, but I'm not too you know, invested in the game, which makes it like, okay, I kind of get where he's coming from. It makes sense, you know. The game is it's definitely geared towards newcomers. There's a whole lot of explanation going on. The story actually explains exactly how it happened. Most people already know that story, but we don't, because we've never played the game. So, you know, you sort of get the idea. I kind of understand where they're coming from. But, you know, that's the great thing about the market. It's a market for it.
Oh, yeah. That's so true. But then again, it has been quite a while, I think, since the last game had came out. Because I remember I used to watch my older brother play Fallout 3 in New Vegas. But I was younger at the time, so I used to just sit and watch him. It was never a game I played. So when Fallout 4 came out, I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to play it. I used to watch my brother play it.
Yeah.
So yeah, to me, it was the exact same. It was a brand new game to me, and I absolutely loved it. Fair enough, 76 was then a bit of a disappointment, but you know.
I think it was for everyone, though. To be honest, I think that one was a disappointment for everyone.
Oh, yes. However, it still does really well on Twitch, but hey ho.
It's probably because of all the griefing, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, that too. A lot of griefing. But, yeah, well, it's good fun.
Yeah.
I'm more excited for the new Zelda, well, hopefully the second Breath of the Wild that'll come out next year.
Oh, is there a new
I'm most excited for.
I don't know Nintendo games that much. You can see I don't really know them. Because I don't know, I didn't even know there was a new one coming out. I know about Breath of the Wild, but...
Yeah.
You know, it's like people are like, oh, don't you know that song? We were at one of the
You're like, what?
And they were doing it. You know, they were doing a sound thing where you gotta guess the song, and they were playing this song, and I'm like, yeah, I have no idea. And they were like, come on, you gotta know this one, and I'm like, I really don't. And they're like, it's Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'm like, how would I know that?
I've never played the game, so I have no idea. It looks like fun though.
Exactly.
It's a lot of fun.
I never guessed that.
I think if you're into like Nintendo or in Zelda, again, that was another game that I grew up with, was Zelda.
Yeah.
Because I've got older brothers and sister, so that was a big staple in my house, was being a Zelda fan and a Mario fan.
Yeah.
So I loved Breath of the Wild, and then to know the second one's coming out, I'm so excited for it. I can't wait.
I was more of a when Nintendo was like still not the NES. Like everyone sees the NES now, or what the NES looked like when it was redone. I got the proper Japanese one, like the small box, the tiny little thing with a little red push button, and it didn't look like the NES looks like now. And that's what I first, one of my first consoles was that. And then we moved on to Sega and all that. But Rockman was always my thing, or Mega Man, I think it's what it's called.
Mega Man. Yeah.
Everyone loved Mega Man, and I was a big fan of that, and of course Sonic the Hedgehog. But like the first Sonic the Hedgehog, the one I could never finish.
Oh.
Yeah,
Sonic was hard though.
And it was just
that
one.
Was a difficult
I could never
game.
finish one. The others I could finish. It was just one. It's the only one I could never finish. I don't know why.
That's a game I'm hoping they don't remaster, because when they remastered Spyro and Crash Bandicoot, I swear they made them harder. And Sonic was already hard enough as it is.
Yeah, I can tell
so
you.
I don't want them to make it even harder.
Yeah, I can tell you exactly what they did with Crash. They did put a fix in for it. Hopefully it's still there. What they did was they took the controls from 2, and instead of actually just like keeping the controls from 1 as is, they moved the controls from 2 to 1, because the controls from 2 were a lot easier to actually work with and manipulate. But they didn't realize that if you take the controls from 2 and put them in 1, the character is harder to manipulate, which made the game impossible. There were stages in that game that I couldn't get past. I was like, it took me. I mean, if you've ever seen someone rage, watch me play that game. Oh, especially when I'm trying to go for diamonds.
There were controllers flying and shouting and screaming. It was It was one of those moments where you just go hide in a corner and go, "Is it safe to come out now?"
Yes, I would rage when that game pissed me off. 2 was fine, and 3 was fun, but 1. Yes, did I only rage? Oh.
I didn't even bother with 2 and 3 because I was that pissed off with number 1. I was like, no, I'm not doing this then. This can go away.
I eventually finished it. It took a shit long time, but I eventually finished the game.
Nah, I've not got the patience, I'm afraid.
I don't know what the hell just got into my phone.
It picked up your voice.
No, but I didn't say what you're supposed to say to activate the bloody thing's voice activation. You're an asshole.
Ooh, spooky.
Yeah, no, I think although, to be honest, it could be the fact that I'm South African, and it's very, most phones don't understand our accents very well. Because
oh, that's right. I know exactly how you feel.
Exactly.
Right. Nobody understands us. Scots, we're good.
There's that one show, I can't remember what it's called, where they got into the voice activated elevator. Oh, that was really funny.
Oh, it was from Burniston. 11. 11.
11.
Yes, that one.
11.
Best fucking scene from that show, that's for sure.
Oh, that was really funny. I thought that was probably one of the...
I say we're good at taking the piss. Yeah, we're good at taking the piss at ourselves.
No, it's quite awesome. I mean, I watched a few TikToks where I just watched the Scots really take the piss out of themselves. It's the funniest thing to watch what you guys do, though. It's like this guy he's walking around high as a kite. They call him, what's it? Captain Crack Sparrow.
Oh.
And these guys, every time they come across him, that's what it is. And it's like, I don't know how you guys manage to do it, but every time you make me laugh, and you kill me as well. It's ridiculous, but it's really funny. I do enjoy it.
All right.
But
yeah. We do have quite a bizarre humor, but people seem to be attracted to it, so I'm good for it.
No, exactly. No, it's the whole thing is it's the bizarre humor that actually makes you laugh. You watch the some of the content creators that I've seen that actually play like Call of Duty and whatnot. When they shoot each other, half the time they go full on like Glaswegian, but like hard for us to understand Glaswegian at high speed speaking. And I'm sitting there going, "What the hell did he just say?" And then the dude who shot him is like, "Yeah, what did you say?"
When it gets angrier, it gets faster and louder, much faster and louder. Oh Lord! I can't remember the name of the streamer, but there's one. He's a Scottish lad, and he plays. Is it Escape from Tarkov? But he doesn't have his camera on. He has a filter, and he's a potato. And it's the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. And I'm not into like Call of Duty and those kind of games. They're just not my type. But something about watching him playing Tarkov as a potato, getting absolutely furious, is just excellent.
I think that just picturing in my head that could be quite funny to see.
Oh, it's so good. I'll need to find his name and send it to you.
Yeah, no, you have to. Sorry, there's cat hair to the million on my mic here, on my sock here. Just give me a second. Ask questions, Angel.
No, I was just busy watching you trying to get the cat hair off, thinking, you're not going to get it right. I saw on your Instagram that you like to dress up and do like funky costumes and outfits and stuff like that. Is that something you're going to carry on doing as well? Because some of them are quite good. I like dressing up and just being weird.
I mean, way before I started Twitch, I've been cosplaying for quite a few years, and I love it. It's just obviously there's no conventions on, so there's not as much of an excuse to go and dress up. So anytime I do get an excuse, I'll go for it. Like obviously Halloween, I was oh my god, her name's went out of my head, from Beetlejuice.
Oh, I saw that. I don't remember that well either, but that chick.
The young girl.
Winona Ryder plays her
yes,
whatever her name is. Like.
Oh, her name's totally went out of my head.
But it's Winona Ryder. That I do know. It's the actress.
Yeah. That, and then I think I was Zelda, and I love it. Like me and my partner we go to conventions quite a lot when they were on, and I only managed to get him to dress up once. It was when we went as Daenerys and Jon Snow from Game of Thrones. We went as them. This is before the last season came out.
Hey, they're cousins.
We thought, well,
aunt and nephew or something along those lines.
Something like that. But it's fine. We had like our own prediction of what was going to happen for the end, so we dressed up as White Walkers, as
nice.
Jon and Daenerys, because we thought that's what's going to happen. They're going to get taken over. Obviously, that's not how it ended. Unfortunately, I think our ending was much better.
I think your ending.
So that was the one time I got to dress up. Yeah,
that sounds a lot more appealing than how it actually ended.
Exactly. So disappointing.
Exactly. Everyone was disappointed.
Oh.
How long have you been cosplaying for then?
Trying to think. How old am I now?
I have no idea.
About 8 year. I'm 28, but no, it's been about 8 year. So it's been about 8 year now.
Wow.
It was my friends that got me into it at the time.
Yeah, Kiz is a big fan of cosplays. So
I don't have the skill to do it, and everyone always says, "Oh no, it's easy, just try it." But I don't have the sewing skill, and I don't have the time, and I don't have the patience to actually learn how to do it.
Yeah.
So I'll just stand in awe and look at all these costumes and go, "Oh my gosh, look at these details! It's amazing! I wish I could do that."
The thing is, you don't always have to make it. I mean, I've made a few of my costumes, but there's ones that I've bought as well because, like, I can sew and I can do things like that, but there's some that are just too complex, or I don't have the time or the money. Because sometimes making your costume is so much more expensive than actually just buying it. So there's like a few good websites I've bought a few from, like that. Oh, Lydia, that was her name, Lydia. That one was bought because I was like, I don't have the time to make a big dress like this. There was one dress I did make. I got a big pink prom dress from a charity shop, and I turned it into Ariel's pink dress.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
that was probably the best thing I've ever made. I don't think I could fit into it anymore right enough, but that was like probably the best thing I think I've ever done. That was my favourite costume of all time. I had kids coming up to me all day going, Ariel, Ariel, and I was just, I just melted all day. I was like, I love this, I get to be a princess. And then I had to get off.
Two of our friends do that as well. They so one of them, she goes to thrift stores quite often. And
Cecilia?
No, Terry. Toonie.
Toonie.
She goes to thrift stores and she she looks at the clothes and she makes either she designs her own character or she makes an outfit for a different character that already exists. And then there's another guy called Nuri who makes things out of cardboard.
Oh wow.
And like things around your house, which is really, really cool. Because if you don't have the money or if you don't have the skills and you want to learn how to make it, then that's a good way to start, which I thought was quite interesting.
Oh yeah, I think that's such a good idea as well, because it just shows you can do it with anything. Like, there is no limitation, and the folks are usually pretty lovely about it. Like all the other cosplayers, it doesn't matter which kind of quality of cosplay you have, or you know, if you made it or you bought it, everyone's pretty chill and just nice and supportive. They're just happy you've done it. Because it can be quite daunting, like, you know, having to dress up and have people look at you and stuff. Some people don't like it, which I understand, but I just think it's a lot of fun.
I mean, that must be so scary. Me personally, I don't like that kind of thing because I don't really like people looking at me in any case, so which is weird because I'm on camera.
That's what my partner's like. That's what he didn't like about it. He was like, oh, I don't like people asking me for pictures or coming up and saying things to me. What if they ask me a question and I don't know about the character? I'm like, no one does that. Like, nobody does that. Nobody.
No one really does that.
And if they do, you tell them to fuck off. Like, that is it.
Yeah, I'm not one of those people that's. I mean, Kez knows that I don't like. I personally don't like being around people that much. When it comes to she makes that face, but she knows it's true because I am like in my element, sitting at home, not having to talk to people, just being me. I mean, I worked in a complaints department and I could not stand it. I hated talking to people.
He says that, but he's very much a social person, and he can make friends like this.
I can make friends, yes, but it doesn't mean that I like being around people. Think about it that way. I just have, and I will believe this for the rest of my days. I have a relatively decent charisma, which is why I can pick up friends easily. But I like being by myself.
I mean, that's fair.
And
social on your own terms.
But yeah, exactly. But she doesn't believe me. But when I did actually play gigs and stuff like that, I used to socialize with the band, and you know, before, or even after she'd met me, I used to prefer to sit with her or sit by myself. I didn't really like to actually be with other people because firstly, I'm trying to get ready for a gig, but secondly, I'm not social. When I'm in that kind of frame of mind, I'm just like, no, I don't want to talk to people. Leave me alone.
Why?
But then again, when he starts talking, he doesn't stop.
I don't shut up. Yeah, that's why I try to do other things on my computer while doing this, because that way I can shut up for a bit. So that's why I let Kez talk more than I do. So, Angel, go for it. On the spot.
Have you played any horror games?
Not
Or do you like horror games?
not proper horror. I mean, the furthest I've went is like Phasmophobia, Dead by Daylight. I'm too much of a shite bag to play proper horror games.
That's pretty far. That's pretty far though.
I don't know, because my friend Tam, he plays a lot of real horror games, proper scary, weird stuff, and he likes to play the indie ones. So what was that?
That like Amnesia and stuff like that.
Yeah, and is it Poppy's Time or something like that? One with a big creepy doll or something.
Never heard of it.
Is it? Oh, I don't know. It's,
I've heard about that. Oh, that game really looks creepy.
yeah, he played that recently, and I was like, that is horrifying. Like, who the fuck thinks of these things? So no, Phasmophobia is like in Dead by Daylight. It's as far as I go. I'm too. Oh, and Luigi's Mansion. That's about as scary as I will go. I just can't. I'll have
Luigi's
nightmares.
Mansion.
Oh yeah, I played that at Halloween because I didn't want to play any Halloween game. I was like, here, we'll play this instead. I'm not getting scared. No, I wouldn't be able to sleep. I'm too much of a shite bag. I got my nightmares all night.
I suppose it
No,
works.
so no.
Well, something I found that helps me is after playing scary games, you watch like a kiddies cartoon or the cutest little fluffiest thing, and then you go to sleep and you usually fine.
It's an idea. I've never actually thought of that. Ah.
It's the only way I get to sleep after watching
It's true.
scary games or playing scary games or watching scary movies. It's the only way I'll be able to sleep because my brain just goes absolutely nuts and I'll wake up in the middle of the night freaking out.
Yeah, I think I might try that. It's actually a pretty good idea. Because this is what puts me off. I'm like,
Effect, which is really funny.
they don't see that psychopathic tendencies or something if you don't get scared.
No, look, it freaks me out. I was like, ugh, ooh, no, you, ugh, no. But I mean, I don't get to the point where I can't sleep. Essentially,
Oh.
I'm pretty good at that. I can survive a night comfortably and not worry about it too much. So,
Oh,
there is
lucky you.
Yeah, it's. I suppose in certain aspects it is lucky because of the fact that I don't freak out easily. It's not to say I don't like. I mean, if you've watched any of our any streams of us on like Phasmophobia or something, you'll know.
He gets scared.
Yeah.
I get freaked out. I don't. It doesn't affect me like it affects kids where I can't sleep. I'm generally when my head hits the pillow, I'm done. I'm out. So,
But I think it also depends on the people that you play with. So, like, if you have people that are going to get scared and freaked out quite a bit, you're all going to be really scared when you play. But if you have people, so we had two groups of people that we play with. We've got
I'm sorry,
two very
Zulu
good
was the
friends
worst.
of ours called Two Idiots Streaming. They're also a husband and wife couple, and we played with them. And I was so cool and so calm. I was like, I'm not scared at all. This is organized. And then if you play with disorganized people, that's when you start freaking out, and then the fear sets in and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I think that has a big part to play in it.
Yeah.
I think
No,
my
I'm
friends
inclined to
are
agree.
awful. Mine are just asshats and like to hide around corners and just, like shout through the microphone to scare you. Like that's what mine do. So they don't make it any better. And they know that if you know how we can hear the steps coming or the ghost or whatever,
Yeah.
they know that I'm the type who just freezes and panics. So I just immediately duck wherever I am and hope to God I'll live, which I never live. So I'm always bait in this game. They literally go, Teeny, in you go. Go see if it's in that room. All right. Next minute, heartbeat's going. Something's coming after me, and it's lights out for me because I won't
Yeah.
run into another room and hide because I panic. So yeah, they use me as bait. So mine are just assholes. That's why I'm so scared. It's not me, it's them.
It's definitely them.
Kez is on the. She's lucky she was never turned into the bait though. It's normally me. But then again, I go in and I'm like, right, because everyone's like, yeah, I can't find the ghost. I'm like, right, fuck it, I'll go in and die, okay? Where I die is more than likely where the ghost is, okay?
I will sacrifice myself for you.
And they still didn't find the ghost.
Oh.
Fucking assholes.
Oh, your stuffing was for nothing.
That's the skill of my fellow ghost hunters. They were terrible. Angel. 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 About that time.
It is.
How did I know it and you didn't this time? What's wrong with you? Right, so that basically means it's time for us to go because we normally only do an hour of the podcast. So now what we need you to do though, Teeny, is you need to plug yourself.
Where can people find you?
They can find me on
probably should have mentioned
Twitch.
that.
They can find me on Twitch as TeenyR_, and it's the same on Twitter and Instagram. Don't expect me to really use them though, but you know I'm there too. Just stick to Twitch. That's probably the best one.
There you go. And we're not going to bother talking or saying where we are. Everyone should know where we are by now, and if they don't, on all the social media and all pretty much all platforms, we're everywhere and nowhere at the same time, and no one can do anything about that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're kind of those kind of people. But anyway, Teeny, thank you so much for joining us. Guys, once again, go and check her streams out. She's got some really cool streams. I know I watched one yesterday while Kez was busy watching it as well. I was looking over every once in a while playing my game, but still, she's very entertaining. It's kind of fun to watch what she's doing and watch watch how badly she plays. It is funny.
She's not that bad.
I am.
Anyway,
Thank you for being nice.
thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
It's no problem. And guys, you remember that if you like this video, hit that like button. If you didn't like the video, it's not going to matter. And you all know why. But if you didn't like the video, hit the dislike button because we'll still get the information, so it's fine. And tell us why so that we can improve, because that's how you improve. And also hit the subscribe button if you really liked us. And as always, guys, remember... Gibby, gibby.